Once inside the machine, the operator seat is also equipped with a safety switch, and that disables the driving function if the operator is not seated. Moving around to the right hand side of the operator, we have a series of control levers, and this is for the boom functions. As said, detailed information on these levers and their function can be found in the operator's manual and on the safety placard. One area for the operator to check is the brake fluid reservoir, and we must make sure that it has adequate brake fluid and has been topped up. As with all control levers, the operator should check that they return to the neutral position. So once moving the lever, it should return on its own to the neutral position. We also have a series of safety information here on the side of the machine, and as well as the load charts. Going around the inside of the cabin, we have the rear view mirror and also the side view mirror. The operator needs to check that these are in good condition and adjusted so that he can see around his machine. We also have the level indicator of the machine up here, interior lamp, sunshade. Coming to the various controls, this one is the main control for the raising and lowering of the boom and tilting of the attachment. The first lever here is for the extension and retraction of the boom. Second lever is for the auxiliary functions at the boom head, and the remaining two levers are for the outrigger stabilizers for extending and retracting. We have a series of control switches here for the windscreen washers and wipers, as well as the hazard, and then our safety device of override. Our load stability indicator, a series of warning lights, and display on the dashboard. Once the ignition is on, we will receive some pertinent information regarding the engine idling RPM, the battery, the temperature, and the fuel level, as well as any additional warnings that may appear. To the rear, we have the gear selector, and at the front of the gear selector we have a button which engages the neutral. You have 4 different speeds, so first, second, third, and fourth. We also have a selector lever here for the different steering modes, as well as some controls for the air conditioning. At the back here we have our main fuse panel, where all of the fuses for the electrical system are contained. In performing a pre-start inspection, we want to also check the operating functions of the machine. But before we get there, we will perform a key on check, and in order to do this we must make sure that the battery isolator has been switched on, and then once we turn the ignition to the on position, you'll see that the heads-up display lights up with the various warning lights and information. We can now proceed to start the engine. It's always a good idea to let the machine engine idle when starting for a few minutes, and then also before switching off. From here we will check the functions of all of the levers, including the steering and the various steering modes, as well as the forward and reverse selection over here. We also want to check the brake function, our indicators, our horn, as well as the lights. From here we can check the functions of the boom and the outrigger stabilizers. We also want to test our stability warning device, and we press the test button and an alarm will sound and we'll see all the lights light up, and that lets us know that this is working correctly.